All right, so we got a couple things to go over. A pretty cool announcement today that I'm excited to get to, so let's get started. When I left off, we had Batgirl become available. That's really nice. She looks a lot like she did in the eras that I'm the most familiar with, and I think it's solid, especially when you consider what her zombie looks like. I think it's a good parallel between the two models. The art is solid. She's got all the things I would want from her as Batgirl. The top, she's in a good position. She's got a very on the rooftop prowling look going about her. So it's right where it should be. I think this is definitely one in the W. It's a good character design matched by a good miniature. Then we had the Demon's Head itself, Raj Al Ghul. This is an interesting design. He I don't love this design, but I also don't hate this design, so it's kind of a wash for the miniature. The miniature doesn't look right to me. The the way that they have his body for what he's doing feels very off. Like for somebody who is like the ultimate master of being an assassin, like this is a very goofy way for you to be poised to fight something. But it's not bad. It's not for me. Then today we had the Queen show up. She's the Queen of the Amazons. Apparently supposed to be a very helpful bystander, happily throwing herself into the ever-expanding jaws of oblivion. So it's solid. It's Wonder Woman. Some Wonder Woman lore is really good, and I really like it. And some Wonder Woman lore I completely phase out of. So this character doesn't mean anything to me. But of course, the big announcement today, the one that everyone's excited about, including myself, is the DCeased Arkham Asylum. We knew this was coming because they did the Gotham Knights and we didn't get any of the villains, so we knew that we were absolutely getting something to this extent, and it was probably going to be based around Arkham. So this is about what we expected. The fact that they didn't make this the last reveal makes me think that we've got at least another box or two coming, because this is the box I probably would have ended the campaign on based on how they did the last one with the Sinister Six box. It has beautiful tiles that I don't have pictured here, but they are beautiful. The tile work really is amazing in these games. So we have heroes. We've got Harley, Mr. Freeze, Hush, Bane Living, which is cool because I was hoping to get that, Two-Face, and Poison Ivy. All very good, in fact. We have Killer Croc, Man-Bat, Scarecrow, Joker, of course, Clayface, which is an interesting one, and Zaz. You know, the thing about this box is there really isn't any weak points in this box. This box, all the art is on point, all the models are on point. It's very cohesive. All the styles mix and match really well. We do get some Kickstarter exclusives, the Living Joker and the Dead Harley. So, you know, that, again, that's kind of what I thought we would get. I thought we'd see that for sure. They picked a very classic Joker look and a very modern Harley look, but they mesh well. And yeah, just the villain zombies look horrifying, and it's great. It's right where it should. And the villain heroes look classic. So it's also is right where it should be. It's good stuff. Now, of course, because of this, the next stretch goal, there he is, Hawkman Living, was beaten and completed almost instantly because, of course, now we've got a new box, and it's a super popular box, so they crushed this goal, which, that is a cool model. The axe is cool. The guard on his hand that's holding the axe, like on the axe, is goofy. Like, it's goofy to have that there, but the rest of the axe is pretty solid. His wings look great. His pose is good. His scenery is good. This is good. It's not really a classic design for me, but it is still a very cohesive design that fits well. We also get some 3D Riddler box tokens. It's a mechanic within the DCeased box. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but I'm hoping that we can see it pretty okay, as we have a new Horde zombie, the infected, I apologize, the inmates who have been given the Titan serum, kind of from the Arkham games, which I think surprised all of us. We have a beautiful Calendar Man bystanders. We have Hugo Strange. We have Dr. Arkham, the originator of the institution. And we also have Aaron Cash, who I'd never heard of prior to this, but now that they talked about it, I'm starting to draw a comparison here. I vaguely remember this. His hand bitten off by Killer Croc, which is a weird claim to fame, but here we are. Before I share some of the painted miniatures that they showed with the Arkham box, I want to talk about the next stretch goal, which is Zombie Ivy. It's a very good looking art, and it's a model that I think is as good as it reasonably could have been, so I think it's another really good job. I went through and gathered some of the models that are already painted, just so we can kind of show them off. The Big Child Creatives likes to do this thing where they have the blue light source on the heroes and the red light source on the villains. That's Zaz sitting there. And while I can certainly respect it, it is, I don't know, it always feels cheap to me because it feels like it makes the model look like it has or is doing more than it actually is. And while I agree that it doesn't look bad, I think that if they get away from that, they could do more to show me what the model's capabilities, what its long-term look could be, and what can be done with it. But that's mostly just the artist in me that likes to paint models complaining. I wouldn't take any of that, but with a grain of salt. We have his Zombie Joker with the Zombie Joker fish. Fucking fantastic throwback. And we have Clayface the Zombie, which is an interesting one, but you know what? Clayface is hard to do right, and this looks like a pretty okay Clayface, so you know what? I will take it, because I have seen some hideous Clayfaces. And we have Scarecrow, who, what a fantastic use of effects. It's just enough where you really get the sense that he's got a bunch of, like, his gas going out, but it's not so much that you can't enjoy it. And another one that even maybe wouldn't have been high on my list to pick, but man, that is a cool looking model. It is sharp, and granted, you know, it's a flying zombie bat with giant holes in his wings, so I don't know how any of that works, but it still looks cool. And we have a Titan inmate, so that's, again, it's like walking out of the Arkham games, which I wish more of the designs they would have used. Here we have Calendar Man, who might be the least appreciated but most interesting bystander that I've seen so far. And we have the Living Joker, which is a really nice contrast. It's a fun little model. It's got lots of stuff going on, but he's a fun little model. I love the purple that they used for his outfit for this, and that he has this little top hat. And that catches you up to where we are right now. It's a good time to be a fan of DC, I hope. I hope that the DC aficionados out there are getting a lot of what they hoped for. Thank you so much for coming along with us. We'll update you once we have some more stuff that we're talking about.